So, to be honest, I thought everyone was really suspicious from the beginning.
You remember that? Did you read that?
I never read the prologue.
Bitch, please. Who reads the prologue?
I do! Well, you know how important that is? I don't know, at one point I thought maybe she was like chipped.
Damn, girl, this makes sense.
I was like, I'm so sorry you had to go through that.
Did you get that?
No, I didn't get that.
That was literally the whole ending. I don't know, I feel like I guess the grandma is scared of her. She didn't seem scared of her. She was talking about it like it was like yesterday's news. Hey guys, it's Sarah here and welcome back to another of my videos. Today we are doing the spoiler portion of Don't Let Her Stay by Nicole Sanders. If you're wondering why the background is different from the spoiler-free video, I forgot that I read this book with a friend, and in my mind, I didn't think to ask her to join me in the spoiler video for some reason. So here we are, a week later. I have my friend next to me off screen. You're just gonna be hearing her voice. Say hi, friend.
Hi.
Let's just get right into the video. What are your thoughts on the book?
I thought the book was like really slow in the beginning, and honestly I thought it was kind of boring, but the plot twist at the end is what really got me.
We're gonna be talking about that later. Let's start from the beginning. So we all know Joanne was a stay-at-home mom with her daughter Evie, and she lives, was it like the countryside, right?
Yeah, it was kind of like in the middle of nowhere by like far from London.
And I just remember, I think it was like the first chapter or two, she mentions, because we're in her POV, she mentions how she keeps the gate open. And I was like, girl, you setting yourself up for danger. Like, who does that? I think her excuse was she was lonely, so she liked when the delivery guys come to the front of the door so she can like talk to them and stuff.
Literally everyone hated her.
Literally everyone, like her.
No one wanted to talk to her.
Her house cleaner, Roxanne, hated her. Literally put in earphones
In front of her face while she was talking.
Yeah, I mean, I did find Joanne really annoying in the beginning. You liked her.
Yeah, I think she was just like lonely but like stupid at the same time, you know? I felt bad for her.
And I hate her husband. From the beginning, I was like,
yeah.
This man, something about him is weird, right? Just the way that he like treats her. I don't know. I didn't like the dad. I think I told you I had like theories about the dad.
Oh,
and then
yeah,
you're
yeah.
like, I just think he's a dick.
I was like, I think he's just an asshole. I remember you said sometimes he was like a little too nice. Like suspiciously nice.
Yeah, I had bad vibes.
To be honest, I thought everyone was really suspicious from the beginning.
I thought Roxanne was suspicious. I thought that delivery guy was suspicious. Her husband was suspicious. I couldn't trust anyone in this. I was like, maybe she's a danger to herself, you know? Who knows?
No, you're just a February Aquarius.
Is that what they do?
Like suspicious people, no?
I don't know. You tell me.
I don't know. You tell me.
I couldn't trust anyone. Not long after, I think like very early in the book, the daughter comes in, Chloe, his 21-year-old daughter, who's like, Daddy, Daddy. Oh my gosh, she was so annoying.
Yeah.
It said, don't let her stay. I don't know what I was thinking, but I didn't think it was gonna be Chloe at first. Like when she first introduced, I thought it was gonna be the dad. Because you know how in the beginning, the prologue, there was someone in the baby room, like at the window? You remember that? Did you read that?
I never read the prologue.
Bitch, please. Who reads the prologue?
I do! Well, you know how important that is?
Side note, I don't read a lot. This was like...
That's true, that's true. This is like her second book that she read. So for those of you who did read it, it was that scene though at the end of the book where she's going to the car and she's trying to like get in her car and then she looks at the window. So I thought it was gonna be the dad. And then when I heard this book, there is a very popular book talker. I love her. I'm gonna mention her somewhere, but I was reading her review and she was saying something about the attic. So I thought it was gonna be like Parasite, but not Parasite was in the basement, but I thought it was gonna be something like in the attic. So I thought maybe the attic was gonna be really important in this, but it was just like a very, very small bit at the end of the book when they just heard sounds upstairs, but that was basically it. But I thought someone was like living in the attic. That's what I thought. I thought Chloe like got kicked out and then she moved into the attic. That's what I thought was going to happen. Did you not read the review that I sent you?
No, I did.
Did you not like get ideas from that?
No, not really. I didn't really agree with that.
What?
Theory.
What she said? Oh.
Theory.
Okay, to be honest, I do think a lot.
You do?
I think of like the most craziest scenarios that make no sense.
I was like, okay.
All of the random guests that I thought, like Roxanne, the mailman, all of them led to nowhere. In a way, I wish that it did kind of added on to the plot because again, this is very like, it's either Chloe or the dad, in my opinion.
But mid-book, I thought that Roxanne was pretty suspicious because
that's true.
She started hanging out with Chloe a lot.
Yeah, that's very true.
Yeah.
I do remember that. That gardener guy that works next door, that guy is a little weird too. Did you think Joanne was rightfully paranoid?
Yeah.
To the extent of cameras and stuff?
I think I would be too, honestly, because like as a mother, obviously she's very possessive of her child and like wants to protect her child. And then also like she sees things that the husband didn't see. Like, Chloe would be a bitch to her, and then when her dad comes home, she'd be like, oh my god, daddy, like, you're home. You know, so, like, seeing these things, like, obviously she's gonna be like, there's something wrong with her, and I find her in the middle of the night, like, in my baby's room. And, like,
That's true.
I would definitely put up cameras. I think her actions were pretty, like, reasonable.
Do you think Chloe had access to those cameras? Or do you think she knew about the cameras?
I think she might have, like, maybe knew about it. Because you know how Chloe was very sneaky? Like, when Joanne would turn around, like, she would just be there. Like, maybe, like, when she was setting up the cameras, like, she saw her.
Yeah, I thought, like, because it seemed like it was, like, an app. So maybe Chloe had the app as well, and, like...
Maybe...
was watching it. I wish Chloe did more in the sense of, you know how Joanne would go meet her friend? Or like when Joanne would call the lawyer.
Oh, yeah.
Or like journalist. For me though, I thought Chloe was like everywhere. I thought she was like listening everywhere. I thought she had like feeds to like access the cameras and everything. So I thought that maybe Chloe would call the journalist. I don't know. I felt like Chloe was gonna do more. Maybe that's like the suspenseful aspect that the author wanted. Did you think what she did was like more than enough?
No, yeah. But I also did feel like Chloe was kind of everywhere. Like, whenever Joanne was doing something, like, suspicious, like, setting up cameras or, like, going out to London, I'd be like, I look, feel like Chloe's, like, following her.
Yeah. I don't know. At one point, I thought maybe she was, like, chipped. See, this is what happens. This is what I need. I can't read thriller books because I think of these nonsense things. And at one point, though, I think midway, you and I both were like, the story isn't good enough for us to be like falling in love with it. And we're like, oh my gosh, we're obsessed with this story. But we're curious enough to know the ending, you know? We're curious enough to know what the heck happens. Even though it seemed like Chloe was going to be the bad person at the end anyways, you just never know with thrillers, you know? The dad, though, I did not like Robert.
I mean, he was, like, never really home.
That's true. But I thought he was cheating on Joanne.
Oh, yeah.
Like, big time.
Because he was in contact with his ex-wife.
That, you can't tell me that's not weird.
Exactly.
And, like, the fact that he gaslights Joanne and everything. Like, what's his reasoning with that? That doesn't even involve Chloe. Oh my gosh, imagine Chloe was the one that sent that to him.
Oh, the letter? I don't think so.
Darn it. In the beginning, I had two really, really crazy theories about the dad. The first one was he was in it. Like, he was somehow involved in whatever Chloe's trying to plan. And then the second one was really stupid. But I thought maybe it was genetics. Maybe, like, genetically that we just don't know. Something is wrong with the dad, and it just got passed on to his daughter, you know?
So they're just both crazy.
They're just both crazy.
I mean, they both kind of were.
Is it genetics? Probably not, because we find out later in the end, which we're just gonna jump to the end because nothing really happens throughout the book from what I remember.
Yeah, it's mostly just like Joanne trying to figure out what's going on.
That ending, man. Tell me now, were you not convinced? Everything she was telling Joanne just made sense.
No, yeah. I don't know if it's because I'm gullible, but like, I was like,
damn, girl, this makes sense.
I was like, I'm so sorry you had to go through that.
I was like, oh, there's no way, like, you're lying. She's actually innocent. Not guilty. Yeah, she's actually innocent. We're literally so gullible. Like, I wholeheartedly believe that so much that it was the dad that was crazy.
No, yeah.
Why are you carrying your gun around in the house and like...
No, yeah, okay, on our defense, he was acting crazy.
He was acting really weird.
Down. Yeah.
Like, I don't blame Joanne at all.
Yeah, and I don't blame us for believing it.
Period! But even up to that point where, like, that last scene where they're about to escape, and then first off, why did the girl shoot him in the head? Why did she blow his head off?
Because maybe that was, like, her goal at the end.
But that mental image of blowing someone's head off?
Okay, but she's crazy. She literally killed her mom and her baby sister.
That's true.
Like, that was probably nothing to her.
When she first contacted the newspaper, or, like, the journalist who was on the case, right off the bat, like, no doubt, you know Chloe is weird. Like, you can't tell me this 13-year-old girl sat there with a dead body and didn't do anything, did not use a phone line.
But I think they, like, kind of, like, let it slide because she was a child, you know?
You think that the dad knew?
He definitely did.
Right? The way that he was, like, treating her?
Yeah, and I think he was just, like, really scared of her. Or he was just, like, in denial.
I feel like it might be something along those lines because his last word was, I didn't tell her. Meaning, he didn't tell Chloe that he had a baby. Did you get that?
No, I didn't get that.
That was literally the whole ending. That's how the dad finds out, like, Chloe's the actual crazy one. No? You didn't get that?
I didn't catch that.
Because they didn't talk for 2 years. Evie is only a couple months old. Does that make sense?
Wait, what do you mean? So Robert didn't tell...
Robert didn't tell Chloe
about
Evie. And that's the only reason why she came to show up in his life again, because he has another girl that he's gonna like put all of his attention to. No? You don't? Doesn't make sense?
Maybe now it does.
I'm not convinced.
I don't know. I feel like the ending after I was kind of like fully convinced that it was the dad who was the killer.
But you didn't think back to it when at the very end when the grandma was like, no, it was Chloe.
It's like kind of like I didn't really pay attention.
Yeah, so technically the ending, Robert's last words before Chloe shot him in the head was, I didn't tell her. And that's when Joanne explains it at the end of like, she understands what that means now. Robert didn't tell Chloe about the baby. Chloe saw them at the market.
Oh, okay, I remember now. Remember now. Okay.
Chloe saw them at the market with the baby.
Yes, and they made eye contact. But
They made eye contact,
okay,
yes.
I remember.
But then he ignored it and he was like, that can't be.
No, yeah. He was like I didn't like think it was Chloe at first.
Yeah.
Like there's no way because she was supposed to be like in school or some shit like that.
And that's what the dad was like, I didn't tell her. Because even on their phone calls, when they talked before she like came to his house, he didn't tell her about Evie. I think that's what comes into play, like he's in denial though as well. He's probably not fully convinced, and then on his last breath, like he probably realized that Chloe did it all. Okay, so here's my thing though. What was Chloe's motive? In the beginning, we know that and the grandma also says it, Chloe was extremely jealous of any girl near the dad. That's why she killed up her sister and her mom. First off, what kind of 13-year-old just pushes off her mom in the freaking balcony? How did she kill her sister?
I think it was poison.
What was he talking about? Oh yeah, what Chloe's motive was, because we know she killed off her baby sister and her mom because the dad was like taking all of her attention away and like splitting it with like other people, which I get it for Evie, but then she ends up killing her dad at the end, and I thought her dad was like her most prized possession, like she just wanted him to herself.
I think it's because...
And she didn't kill Joanne either, like she's currently living with her.
No, yeah. Before, she probably didn't know that her dad knew everything. That's why she was like, oh, I have no reason to like I don't need him anymore, you know?
Yeah, because then the grandma mentions that Chloe really wants the will to her name.
But
and I think
wasn't that for the grandma's will though?
That's what I'm thinking.
Like she wants to be a part of her.
But then she did call the lawyer asking about, I guess, who's on Robert's will.
Oh.
Is it to go to Evie and Joanne?
I think so.
That probably makes the most sense, and that's why she didn't kill them.
Yeah.
Because technically she didn't kill the grandma either, because she wants to be on her will.
Yeah.
So this was all money motivated?
Don't know. Maybe.
I feel like that makes the most sense, but I just hate that.
She literally just killed her whole entire family for some money.
For some money, literally. That's still not in her possession. Because no one's gonna sign it off to her.
Like, girl, you're doing something wrong.
And even that grandma, the fact that, like, she knows everything.
No, yeah.
But still keeps her around. I mean, I get it. We all know that Chloe's batshit crazy.
I think everyone's just, like, scared of her.
I don't know. I feel like I guess the grandma is scared of her. She didn't seem scared of her. She was talking about it like it was, like, yesterday's news. She was telling Joanne so casually. Do you think they're gonna make a second book? Do you think
I think there is gonna be a second book.
I don't know if I want to read it, because this ending, I love the open ending. I hate it, but I love it. And I feel like the second book could either really make it or break it. Would you read it?
I think I would definitely give it a try. It's just, like, still suspenseful at the end. Like, how we were all so fooled into thinking Chloe was innocent, and then the ending, it's like a sudden change.
Don't you think that's like the perfect ending though?
Maybe.
Because I think it's really hard to come across books that end this way, where you're like completely fooled until the very end, and it's just like cliffhanger. Unless it is a series, because a lot of series do that where it ends up on like cliffhangers.
I don't know, you can't ask me, I don't read a lot.
I don't think there's that many series out there for thrillers. From what I'm aware, I think a lot of them are standalones.
What are standalones?
I could be wrong. Let me give you a little education here. Standalones are books that don't have another part to it. It's literally just a standalone book.
Oh, okay.
Books with more than one, they end in cliffhangers like that. But then the second book always ends off with like a hard solution. Happy ending, bittersweet ending, whatever it is, but it does have a conclusion. I don't know about the psychological thriller world. I would assume that there would be a lot of books like this though, like very open-ended and very like suspenseful still. It was definitely suspenseful for sure. I think that definitely like make the checkbox. Yeah.
I think that's what made it easier to like keep reading, because there was suspense.
There's like a lot of suspense.
It was like kind of like Okay.
Did you not think the gardener guy was weird at the end? You know when they
Didn't
were
he help her install the lock?
But I thought he was part of the plan with Chloe. This is me when I thought everyone was suspicious. Because they started talking more and they started getting closer together. So I thought maybe Chloe talked to him, tell him to like mess it up. Because at the end, when Chloe, Joanne, and Evie were in that baby room and Joanne was looking at the window.
Oh yeah, and trying to get his attention.
Yeah, trying to get his attention and stuff. I thought maybe if he was part of with Chloe, like he would purposely ignore it.
I think I just viewed his character as some kind of like aloof. Like kind of stupid.
I should have saw him like that, but no, everyone was suspicious.
Not like stupid, but like he kind of just like is just like there. He doesn't really know what's going on, so I didn't really like think much about him. Yeah,
We're very different.
no, yeah.
The dead fish. Wow, those dead fishes.
That was crazy though.
That gun scene though, when the dad was trying to teach her how to shoot, I was like, you're so dumb. Are you in that much of a denial to think this was a good idea? Even if you were like suspicious of a little bit, just whip around like a freaking gun and and pointing it at people. Like, there's something in it though. Like,
they're all crazy.
No, seriously, what's wrong with this family?
Everyone was crazy. Joanne was stupid. The gardener was like, whatever.
The poor gardener, I blamed him for so much. I was really on that boat.
He's just an innocent man. He's just trying to do his job.
I did not see him that way. I was like, Joanne, why are you going to people that you know Chloe talked to before? You couldn't call another locksmith, like an actual locksmith, but you had to go right next door where you know Chloe talked to him before. Girl, where are the thoughts? Where's your thoughts?
I think she was just like in such a hurry as well.
You're right. You think Chloe's gonna win at the end? Like she's gonna get what she wants at the end? Which we're assuming at this point is money.
Nah, I don't think so. I feel like Joanne might kill her.
That's what I'm thinking too. I think Joanne might be a crazy mom enough to be such a protective mom over Evie.
I think maybe she's gonna like, because right now they're on good terms.
Yeah.
And at the end, she was talking to the grandma and she got a new perspective. So I think she's gonna live with her but be like suspicious.
I think Joanne might play Chloe's cards back to her.
Yeah.
Like play dumb, she doesn't know what's going on.
Be nice to her.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then just...
Bah, right to the head, bitch.
Right to the head. Not to the heart, to the head. Maybe to the neck. Maybe decapitate the head.
Please.
What would you rate it?
I would give it 7.5 out of 10.
I think I give it around then. I think I did 7.5 over 8. Yeah, I think the writing style is what really lacked for me.
Yeah, but I'm not a good judge. It's like my second book. So.
I hope you guys liked this video. I definitely want to know what your thoughts were, especially with the ending. Were you fooled? Let's be honest, were you fooled?
Please tell us you were fooled. So
Seriously.
We don't feel stupid.
And if you guys have other psychological thriller recommendations for us to read, please let us know. I mean, I had a lot of fun.
Yeah, I need to read more, so let me know.
You want to say the outro?
What's your outro?
You want to say that was it for this video?
Oh, so that was it for this video.
No! You gotta clap!
That was it for this video.
No! That was it for this video. Jenna, do you not watch any of my videos?
No, I don't watch YouTube.
Okay, at least you're honest.
That was it for today. Wait, what is it? That was it
for this video!
Oh, okay. So that was it for today's video.
That was it for this video.
Oh, okay. That was it for today's video.
Why do you keep saying today?
I don't know. Wait, that was it for
this video.
Oh,
this video.
This video, okay.
Not today's video, this video.
That was it for this video.
Thank you guys so much for watching.
Go ahead.
No, make sure you like. You're done. You're done. We're done.